Hi, boys and girls. Our lesson this week is going to be about Jacob and Esau. But before we get to that story, I think it's important for us to review a little bit about what happened in our last story about a bride for Isaac. So I'm going to read a little bit of the story to you now. When Isaac grew up, his father Abraham wanted him to get married. Abraham told one of his servants, "Go to my homeland. There you will find the perfect bride for Isaac." So Abraham sent the servant on his way with 10 camels and a lot of jewelry and clothes. They were gifts for Isaac's new bride. The servant reached Abraham's homeland. He stopped by a well and prayed, "Dear God, please show me the woman you have chosen for Isaac. I will know she is the one if she offers water to me and my camels." Before he finished praying, a young woman with a jar walked towards the well. After she filled her jug, the servant asked her for a drink. She gave him a drink. Then she gave water to his camels. She was the answer to his prayer. Her name was Rebekah. The servant gave her the gifts, and they went to meet her father. The servant asked for permission to take Rebekah to Isaac. Rebekah told the servant she would be happy to go. When Isaac saw Rebekah, he fell in love with her. Soon they got married, and Isaac and Rebekah had twin boys. They named Esau and Jacob. Our story today is about Jacob and Esau. Remember that Isaac and Rebekah had twin boys. They were named Jacob and Esau. Esau was the older twin, and Jacob was the younger. In those days, the oldest boy in the family had a special place in the family. He had what is called a birthright. This made him the chief among the children. He would gain the land, the cattle, and the important place as head of the family, and he would receive twice as much gold, silver, and other possessions as the other children from his father. Since Isaac was so rich, this made the birthright that belonged to Esau a wonderful gift. When the boys grew up to be men, Esau was a hunter and Jacob was a shepherd. Esau would go into the fields and woods and hunt deer and bring it to his father. Jacob stayed close to home and watched the sheep. One day, Jacob made a thick soup. It smelled so good as he cooked it outside the tent. Esau had been out hunting all day, and as he came close to the home, he smelled that great soup. He was so hungry that he felt sick and weak. Esau asked Jacob to give him some of the soup. Jacob told him that he would if Esau would sell him his birthright for a bowl of soup. It was wrong of Jacob to ask him to do it. As many years passed, Esau forgot that he sold his birthright. Isaac was very old and almost blind, and he called Esau to him and told him how much he would like some good stew made with deer meat. Isaac said that after he ate the food, he would give his blessing to Esau. Because he wanted to please his father and receive the blessing, Esau went out to bring a deer for the stew his father liked to eat. Rebekah heard the plans of Isaac and Esau. Rebekah loved both her boys, but she loved Jacob more. She wanted Jacob to have the blessing instead of Esau. His mother told Jacob to get 2 sheep from his flock. She would make some stew that tasted like the deer meat stew Isaac liked so much. Now they must make Isaac think that Esau was giving him the food, but Esau had lots of hair on his hands and arms. Jacob had smooth skin. Rebekah thought of a way to trick Isaac. She put skins of an animal on Jacob's arms and hands. She put Esau's clothes on Jacob. Because Isaac was almost blind, he did not know it was Jacob who gave him the stew. Jacob brought the food to Isaac. When he knelt in front of his old father, Isaac could only feel his arms and hands. He could not see his face. Isaac thought it was Esau. He tasted the stew. He thought it was Esau's stew. He said, "The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau." Isaac gave the blessing to Jacob and promised him all the wonderful things that went with it. Soon Esau returned from hunting. He made the stew and brought it to his father, but it was too late. He found out that Jacob had played a trick and stolen the blessing. Esau was very, very angry. Isaac was sad, but he could not take back the blessing. He blessed his son Esau, but he could not promise him all the best things. Esau was angry. Esau did not love God very much. First, he gave away his birthright, and now he thought about harming his brother. Rebekah was afraid because of all the trouble in the family. She did not want Esau to hurt Jacob. She was sorry there was so much anger and hatred. Jacob was sorry his brother wanted to hurt him, and Rebekah decided to send Jacob far away so he would go to Haran, to her family, where he would be safe. Our story today about Jacob and Esau was sort of about an unhappy home, and that's something that God doesn't want. He wants our families to be happy. And when we fuss and fight, it's hard to make a happy home. Each person in the family must want the family to be happy. And it helps when we study God's Word together and learn from our lessons in the Bible. So when we fight, it's not a good thing. So I want you to practice this week about having a happy home, and how can you forgive people in your family, and how you can show kindness like we learned about with Isaac and Rebekah, and so that we can all have happy homes together. Thank you. See you next time.